So I hope you're doing okay. I can't believe that I'm going to start another series of build videos, and we're still living under this shadow of COVID-19 and all of the collateral damage that it's bringing us. But anyway, I hope you're keeping well and safe, and we won't get too depressed. Let's just crack on and I'll show you what I'm going to make next. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've done 4 build series on archtop mandolins, and really there's nothing else I can say about it. I think I've covered most of those aspects, so I thought it would be interesting to look at something a bit different. So apart from all of the acoustic instruments that I've been building, I've also been making a number of electric mandolins, E-mandos as I like to call them. So I thought I would take you through that process, but with a little bit of a twist. If you've seen my work, you know that I've been making these solid body instruments. What I thought it'd be interesting to do for this one is to make one with a chambered body. And obviously the idea of a chambered body is that you get a little bit more resonance from the body itself. And because I like to use a piezo transducer under the saddle of my electric instruments to try to give it that kind of acoustic sound, or an approximation to an acoustic sound, the idea of doing it chambered, the body being more resonant, seems to be quite sensible to me. So the first part is to make up this central core, and you can see when we're talking about a chambered instrument that these will be my chambers. So I've made this by fabricating, by bringing a number of separate pieces together, rather than starting off with a large lump and drilling and routing like you see a lot of makers do. And this, let's say, the central core is made from southern yellow pine, so it's relatively light, and it's, I don't know if you can hear it, but it's actually quite resonant. So this is the central core, and I'll show you now how I got to this stage. So I'm just preparing this southern yellow pine for the inner core of this chambered E-mando. It's beautiful wood to work. I've never used it before, so mild. And also, as you're handling it, you can hear how resonant it is. I mean, it's not meant to be a tone wood as such, but I don't know if you can hear it, but you know, when you're like using the square against it, you can hear, say, how resonant it's going to be, and hopefully that resonance will be something that's heard in the finished instrument. So I'm just going to plane up all of these joints, and then I'll show you how it's all going to come together. So this slot is where the wires for the pickups are going to run once the body has been glued together. And what I'm doing is using some special conductive shielding paint to paint the inside of that slot. I'm a wee bit obsessive about trying to keep an instrument as quiet as possible. When I say quiet, what I'm talking about is the picking up any hum from the mains electricity. So wherever I've got a wire running through the body of an electric instrument, I like to use this paint as a method of shielding it. So it's a little wee bit time consuming, etc. But as I say, hopefully it's worth the effort. You notice these dowels. There's one here, one there. I don't normally use dowels when I join bodies together. I think my glue joints are strong enough that it doesn't warrant dowels, but the only reason I'm using dowels here is for location. So you can see that I painted that side, so when that goes on, that will be perfectly aligned with the slot, and I'll have this completely shielded channel running up the inside of the body, which no one will ever see or knows there apart from you and me. So I'm kind of ready now to glue together the three parts of this inner body, I guess. I've cut out this area here. That's where the bridge is going to sit, so that should help promote some of this natural resonance that I'm after. You can see here the slot I showed you earlier, and the black conductive paint. Before I glue the front and the back onto here, I will paint all of this area also with the conductive paint, and that will probably come round to the sides here and link up to this hole, which I've already put some of that black paint in. That hole is going to be for the output to the end pin jack socket. It comes up to the middle here. That's where the tail piece is going to be, and it will also allow me to run a wire from the tail piece for the grounding. So let's glue this up, see what it looks like. Quite exciting, isn't it? So that's kind of the story so far. If you look at the end here, what you'll see is a strip of wood which runs across in this direction, which reinforces these two joins. Clearly not as much wood there in that joint as there are in these two up here, so hence that will support these two pieces a bit better. You'll also notice that I've inset this piece of plywood. I like to use, I think they're called Anderson end pin jack sockets, and what you do is you cut a thread into the wood, and this being a soft wood, I didn't think it would take a thread in the end grain particularly well, so I put in this piece of plywood so that would take the thread for the end pin jack socket. Now of course when you look at that end you think, well, I don't really want to buy this electric mandolin and that's my end view. Well, don't worry, you're not going to, because this is going to be covered. What I'm going to do, and I'll show you that in the next video, is I'm going to bend some wood for the sides. So, you know, the same way you would an acoustic instrument, but they'll be glued, laminated to this central core, and the same thing is going to happen on the back there. So I'll save that for the next video, and until then, keep safe, keep yourself out of trouble, keep healthy, and take care. Thanks for watching. Okay, cheers, bye bye.